Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, July 1st, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got Tampa Bay Rays, Seattle Mariners, game number 2 on the set. Let's fucking go, baby. We just got done with WWE Money in the Bank. And here we are for the next matchup. Let's go. Randy, I see you. Kirby, I see you. Let's go over some of the starting lineups as we're going to get started here in just a second. Leading off for the Rays, third baseman, Yandy Diaz. Batting second, shortstop, Wander Franco. And batting third, first baseman, Luke Raley. And on the mound for my Mariners, and this is going to probably get somewhat ugly. I hope not. George Kirby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I got to change some of this lighting here, too. All right, baby, let's go. I just had enough time to make some bacon. I haven't ate anything since this morning. I wasn't able to make bacon, eggs, and toast and all that. But again, I went right in, took Paisley for an hour and a half walk, had to cut it off early, got back because I thought the pay-per-view for Money in the Bank was at 5. It was at noon. Luckily, I got back in time, so me and Preston weren't able to link up, unfortunately. And then now I've had, a 10-minute break, and then I'm already back at it. So let's go. First pitch. Just missing out of the zone. 1-0 count. Come on, Kirby. Paisley's in here wanting bacon. What's good? Where'd you go eat? Right down the middle for a strike. Let's do it. We got to make up for that last stream. And hopefully we can get some people to come through. And most of the time, I'll end up doing just like maybe one stream and spend time with Paisley. But it all depends on where we're at with views and subs and possible donos. So now if we would have hit, the goal, then maybe I would have just spent the rest of the afternoon with Paisley and whatnot. But I was going to watch this game anyways. Ooh, French dip and fries. That's a good combo. It's crazy. I brought in another lamp in here, and for whatever reason. All right. Hold on one here. I got to stretch this out here real quick. And I think that's what was going on, is that the fan was blowing. So even though I had plenty of air, the green screen was flapping on one side, and that's why it was making it kind of that particular look. So 3-2 pitch to Diaz. French dip. That sounds great. Aju. Oh, rain delay. Oh, wow. Got him. 3-2 pitch from Kirby. Woo! There we go, George. George of the Jungle. There we go. First K right out of the gates. Love that. Let's go, George. Wander Franco up next. The Phenom. Shit, I would take a Franco on the Mariners. Are you kidding me? Switch hitter. He's a little immature, and he's gotten benched for kind of arguing with some of the coaches and whatnot, and maybe lack of hustle and maybe emotion, being a little high. I think he knows he's a phenom, and whatnot. But sometimes you got to be a team player, and as long as he's able to, do that, then the sky's the limit for a guy like Wanda Franco. Should be a perennial all-star here sooner than later. Wow, 97 miles an hour heater. Top of the first, 0-0 with the Mariners and the Rays. Check swing. I mean, this would have been nice if this game was late, like at 7 p.m. Wow. Kalanick trying to jump up and do a Jordan catch again and misses it. Come on, Jared. And we got absolutely obliterated yesterday. Well, at least I figured it out. It was the fan that was doing that. I kept, having to go down and readjust all the lighting yesterday, like 25 times, kind of towards the end of the stream, because I don't like to have any distortion on the screen whatsoever, from the green screen. And at least I figured that part out, so we're good to go now. And then we ended up having a pretty good WWE Money in the Bank. I was kind of sad I wasn't able to see Preston today, because I told him I thought it was at 5, and he messages me, around like 3. And he's like, "Are we good to go?" I'm like, "Bro, the pay-per-view is almost over." So, I don't make errors too often, but we all are human. And I should have known that since it was in London, the time was going to be different. And I know normally we have Saudi Arabia where it'll be on at like 10 a.m. or like early. But besides that, most of them end up being later. But we still enjoyed it. I'll see Preston again sometime soon and eat some tacos from the taqueria. And then I'm just going to grind it out and do this game. And then I'll hang out with Paisley for the rest of the day. And then we will do Mariner game tomorrow, probably at 1. But I will follow the NASCAR race, the street race in Chicago, and I believe that's at 2:30. So when the Mariner game is probably about half over, then the race will start, and then we'll probably watch that. But I don't have cable, so I'll have to watch kind of like an in-car cam. So I won't be able to hear the announcers, but I'll still be able to follow the race to a certain degree. So 11-8 Brewers. Yeah, man, crazy scores, crazy today. Like I said, I feel kind of a little discombobulated. I like to be able to have a little bit of rest, in between, so that way I can kind of gain my bearings and whatnot, and spend time with Paisley and eat, and take her out if she needs to go to the bathroom or whatever and whatnot. But sometimes you just got to grind it out, and you don't have time. Next up is Luke Rayleigh, first baseman. We were up 4-0, and then we lost a billion to 0 yesterday. We already know that. A 15-4 when we were up 4-0. It was embarrassing. Let's go, George. Come on, baby. Let's go, Kirby. My second favorite pitcher on the team besides Castillo. Bryce is my 1. I think Kirby's my 2. And there's still a lot of room for improvement for both of those guys. But I definitely like George and Bryce a lot. And obviously Castillo's up there. Even Wu is kind of growing on me as well. Elliot in the building. What's good, brother? Good thing that was a foul ball. Paisley's in here wanting to eat bacon with me. I had some fruit, and that's all I've had yet today. Some beverage, energy drink, fruit, strawberries, blueberries, and whatnot, raspberries. Got him! 2Ks for Kirby. Let's make it 3, just like Bryce Miller, but not get pulled with a blister. And then, yeah, so I got corn on the cob and some other stuff that I'm going to do, but I'll have to wait till this game is over. and then me and Paisley will relax and whatnot. So, bro, I don't know who that is, but I watched your post, your little live or your post on Instagram. They have really good energy, and it looks like they have a really good fan base. Popped up all the way to the wall. Kelenic grabs it, Jordan style. 1-2-3 inning. Sorry, Randy, even though he's in the home run derby now. So we got Randy in the derby, Mookie in the derby, Julio in the derby, and that one would have been a double if Kelenic didn't get that. So not today, but we'll take that. All right, leading off for the Mariners, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. And batting third, first baseman Ty France. Let's go. Yeah, you had seats right off. I mean, the only better seats you could have had is like right in the front, when they would interact with some of the fans, but you being on the side was amazing. You had some really good video, and I didn't know who they were, never heard of them before, but it looked like you guys were having a blast, and that's really what it's about. So they had good energy up there with them and their friends and the other people that were on the stage. So what is the genre of music that they are considered for that type of music? And like I say, is it more like an underground group, or is it actually mainstream and I'm just an idiot and I just don't know who they are? I mean, I have a lot of things that I keep my eye on, but I'm not going to know every rapper or every band, every new country rock star or new country thoroughbred or any new metal franchise type of piece moving forward. So I mean, I try to keep up on all the up and coming bands and rappers and singers and anything that's kind of up and coming and whatnot. But yeah, it looked like you guys had a great time. Glass now making a start. We'll give him love. All right, Tyler, don't fuck us up too bad. 6 starts, 2-1 record, 4.45 ERA. Nothing to be scared of. But I mean, we could be like yesterday when we get 3 Ks in the first inning, 2 Ks in the second inning, looking like you might have a no hitter or a one hitter, gives up 1 home run with a blister, and then everything went downhill. It was 4-0, and then we lost 15-4. I mean, how the hell does that happen? And then that's the first time I've heard the Mariner fans boo like that all year. We're very loyal, but when shit is like the effort isn't there and it's like they're giving up, the Mariner fans aren't going to sit there and be like, we already suck, we know it. We're probably not going to make the playoffs, but at least play hard for us. Play hard for yourself. Play hard for the Seattle, name. Play hard for the city and the area in the Pacific Northwest, and that got ugly yesterday. So popped up, still 1-2 count, out of play. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. Lauren in the building. What's good? 1-2 pitch. Inside. 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch. There we go, JP. Yeah. Yeah. Good start. Go, go, go. Slide. Safe. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, baby. What a good start. Sliding double safe by J.P. Crawford. But that's what it's about. You don't have to be, super, super big. You know what I mean? It all depends on who you are. If you're real, you're genuine, you have passion, you got a loyal fan base, no fakes. Like I said, you know how I am. I feel I'm slept on, the most slept on sport channel on planet Earth. But again, it's a matter of time. You just got to keep improving, keep grinding, keep believing. And then finally, when you end up getting a look that maybe others that aren't a part of the channel yet improve and they approve of it, and then obviously, the host with myself and the people in the room, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? And like sometimes, everyone's got a lane, and sometimes, to blow up, everyone has to wait their turn. Not everyone is going to have the talent, to blow up, let alone the determination to not quit. So that's awesome, man. That is awesome. And still, that's good numbers, dude. What's good? How are you? I expect you guys to blow us out again, so we'll see what happens. That's why I asked you, because it was a little like alternative pop, like hip hop. There was a little bit of everything. That's cool. My oh my, teal sleeves popped up. One away, two away. Next up for the Mariners, Teoscar Hernandez. Let's go, Teo. First pitch strike. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count. They're from North Carolina. They still go to UNC. Oh, that's awesome. How did you hear about them? I mean, I know you like to listen to like underground stuff, but how did you find them? Did you find them yourself, or was it someone in your friend group? All right, Glass now. Bottom of the first, runner at second, knotted up at 0. 1-2 pitch. Got him. That was nasty. Nice job, Tyler. Leadoff double for nothing. End of the first inning, 0-0. All right, next up for the Rays in the top of the second inning, DHing for Tampa today, Harold Ramirez. Batting second, right fielder Josh Lowe. And batting third, center fielder Jose Didi. Oh, nice. That sounds amazing. Getting the grill out. Let's go. And then how did he find them? Just searching and then just came across them or something? Oh, there you go. I mean, to be very honest, the explosiveness of the Rays, your team is. I mean, they could end up scoring 4 or 5 runs, or it could be 15 or 20. But I mean, the pitching matchup. I think we got the better pitcher today than you guys with Kirby, but it could really go either way. I've seen Kirby, get a 10 Ks, and I've seen him get ripped apart, at times too. So we will see. I'm not too sure how it's going to go. All right, top of the second, 0-0. Kirby, baby. Ramirez, let's go. Hayes is in here. She's going bacon crazy here and with me. Like, Dad, I want all the bacon. Can't give you too much, though. You're going to get sick. It's like, I want to spoil my pup, but, I don't want to get her sick. Popped up. Get it, Teo. There we go. One away. Good defense, Teoscar. Next up for the Rays, right fielder, Josh Lowe. And let's go, George. Let's keep it moving. Probably my second favorite pitcher on the team. I'd probably go Bryce Miller is one, Kirby is two. I love Castillo, but I just like homegrown talent. Like I like Julio, but my second favorite player probably is Cal Raleigh, just because not only getting us to the playoffs last year, but being a catcher, being a switch hitter. Obviously his numbers could be better too, but I like rooting for the underdogs, like O linemen, catchers, goalies, the guys that don't get enough love for what they do. 0-2 pitch, popped up. Uh-oh. Get it, Julio. There we go, 2 away. Next up for the Rays, center fielder, Jose Cedi. Normally I have time in between streams, so I think I'll be fine. But normally if I do a 3 or 4 hour stream, I like to have at least an hour in between, but starting something else, so I can at least like relax a bit. But as soon as that WWE Money in the Bank ended, I really didn't have a whole lot. I had prepped and then boom, went live, and I had barely enough time to make some bacon. So I would say they're doing fantastic. Are you kidding me? Obviously, if you go to college, then you can get support from everyone from that school. If they're willing to support, just because you're there and you're all riding and dying for North Carolina, right? So you're definitely going to get some some pub there. But then if you can get outside of that college circle, and get kind of not mainstream, but just get out there a little bit, kind of known as a college band and whatnot, then yeah, I mean, it's going to be people for under age of those people that are in the college, like the younger crowd will like it, and then you might end up getting people that are a little bit older that like it as well. So, hell, I might start listening to it. Send me a link. I'll take a little listen. But from what I saw in your video, I like what I saw. I like the energy. Popped up, popped foul. Count still 1-2. We're in the top of the second. Dude, congrats. Because I've seen a lot of your games where you're ahead and then you blow it at the end, like the Mariners typically do, and the Cardinals for Sarah. And so between the three of our teams that are just ass, I mean, your team probably has the best shot to maybe turn it around, even though your team's not looking very good. But I mean, if you might have to make some changes, maybe some trades. I don't really know. Something's got to change, but the pitching is there. It's just you need your big names to step up, and then the rest of the role players will follow. You need more of Crone Zone, right? I like Kim a lot, and he can keep it moving. So Kim is underrated. My cousin. Top of the second. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Got him. My goodness. Kirby. George Kirby, 3Ks, baby. 1K for Glass now. Good start. Seven games below, it just sucks. Like, you just want to be like over 500, and then when you're at 500 or just below it, you're like, come on, and then you go dip and you dip, further down, and then you're like, hell, at some point, I've already hit rock bottom. Shit's got to get better at some point, so I'm rooting for you, man. I hope you guys do turn it around. I don't like seeing people struggle. All right, let's go to the bottom of the second. Next up for the Mariners, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh. Batting second this inning, third baseman Eugenio Suarez. And batting third, left fielder Jared Kelenic. 11-4. You're winning? You're like, who is this? You're like, is this really happening? I don't know if I'll be able to give the trifecta. I mean, Elliott started the first part of the circle. He won. You look like you're going to win. I don't know about us, though. We got a tough opponent. But I think we definitely can win at least one. Come on, big dumper. Pitch outside, 2-0 count. Bottom of the second, we're still knotted up at 0. Let's go, big dumper. Nice. Who did the cover? The band? The guys from North Carolina, or did they have a different opener? They had someone else? Sounds like they had someone else that did it. But I guess if you're, trying to get, broken into the scene, sometimes you're not going to have one. You'll just be like you. Yeah, but it's the hitting, man. Like at one point, you guys can put up top 10 numbers in baseball for your pitching. You're like the Mariners. There's a lot of talent there, and you guys have started to kind of warm up and get a little bit better, but the hitting hasn't been able to match when you have a good pitching performance. And and the other guy that you might be playing might be having a really good pitcher also, right? But you got to be able to give your team a chance. You can't have your pitcher get like 10 Ks and then you lose, 3-1. Or even a heartbreaker, a 4-3 or a 2-1. You got to be, and like I said, sometimes just teams are in a good rhythm and sometimes they're not. Greek, not the Greek freak, wasn't Giannis. Bottom of the second, 1 out. Eugenio Suarez in the box. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Gino. Let's go. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. 1-2 count. You should. Like I said, I've been to one just because I went there for business, at one of those sales jobs that I had before I started to go full time, with this. And it's Wrigley and, going in for a Bulls game against anybody, even if you get to Soldier Field, get to see the Bears. But the bar scene, if you guys get to a point where you're old enough and you drink, and there's a lot of stuff that's there, but you do have to be a little cautious and definitely go in a group. It's a beautiful place, but it's also a dangerous place. So, especially at night, so definitely, got to make sure that you stick together and, don't abandon anybody, Definitely a lot of things can go sideways there, but it is a pretty cool place to visit. Just don't think I could live there. Just a little too, I don't know, just a little too scary for me, I think. Oh, Cal, let's go. Kalanick, let's go. Yeah. Cal and Kalanick, all the boys. Let's go, Jared. We just need everyone to get rocking and rolling at the same time. We need Cal, boom, single, then Suarez with a little single, and then boom, Jared to clean it off. But sometimes, you don't get going right away. Sometimes you got to wait for the right guy to start the momentum. And there we go. I mean, we got a nice one from JP, though, as well. So now we got to be able to get multiple hits in an inning. And that's something that they really have a hard time doing. Being able to, there we go, wild pitch. Third base, here we go. Momentum, 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 momentum. I need some of that momentum, 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 momentum. Uncle Mo, I see you. Let's go. Let's go. We already got our ass kicked yesterday. We were up 4-0. We lost $1 billion to 4. All right. JP started off a little momentum. Couldn't cash in. Sometimes you need one guy to start it, but you need other guys to clean it up. We need to be able to get those hits. And yeah, I'm talking to you, Colton Wong. Maybe you'll be able to help us get the first run here. But we got our guy, DH Mike Ford. 204 average, 6 homers, 9 ribbies. He's got more home runs and more production in like 10 games than any of our DHs combined in like 60. So that's good. We found our DH. Big swing and a miss, 2-1 count. And it's always going to be boom or bust. And Service put in Tom Murphy from the game before. He went 3 for 3, replaced him with another DH, decided to put him at DH, and he went yard. So something Scott does observe, who's hot in the lineup. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be Mike Ford. 2-2 count. Let's go. Paisley's looking at this last piece of bacon. He's like, Daddy, I'm going to eat that. I'm looking at the plate. I'm looking at you. I'm going to eat all the bacon. And it's like the expensive bacon, too. I didn't buy it, but I'll tell you what. Leftovers from camping. There we go, Mike. There we go. RBI, baby. Single for Mike Ford. 1-0 Mariners. Next up, Elliot's favorite player, just like his favorite pizza, pepperoni, second baseman, Colton Wong. I know, Paisley. He said, Dad, I want all the bacon. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. Come on, Wong. Yeah, I'm excited, man. And like I told you, it'll be a lot easier to go instead of going camping or, always trying to link for like either concerts or like baseball games, or, if you want to do the basketball game thing, if that's a tradition. Obviously, but football games, like going to see the Bears, that's not really realistic unless everyone's making good money. It's expensive there. But baseball is affordable, and you probably are going to have the most fun. I feel baseball vibe is different than basketball. It's more enjoyable. Football is the most enjoyable, but also the most expensive. So, you got to have a little bit more money to be able to do the NFL or college football side if you want good seats. But baseball can be inexpensive. But if you guys, decide to spend money, like if you guys all get tickets, 15 to 20 rows back, offer space right in front of the pitcher, right in the foul ball zone. Each person pays like $100 for their ticket, which might be more than most people are willing to spend. If you're like a $20 ticket guy or 50, but I'm telling you, you end up doing something like that, then it'll become a tradition and special stuff, man. Another strikeout, Colton Wong. How dare you? But it's still 1-0 though. End of the second, 1-0 Mariners. All right, due up for the Rays in the top of the third. Second baseman, Taylor Walls. Batting second this inning, catcher Christian Bethancourt. Most Rays fans think that he's terrible, so we'll see what happens with him. And batting third baseman, 0 for 1 with a K, Yandy Diaz. He'll move around in the lineup, obviously with position. Bacon annihilated. Before the bacon. After the bacon. Let's go. Finally feel somewhat like a human. Oh, nice. Doubleheader dog. Let's go, George. Service. All right, top of the third. 1-0 Mariners. 1-1 count. Kirby, let's go. Is that foul? Chop foul. Good start for the Mariners like yesterday, but we got to keep it moving. George Kirby with 3 Ks. We got to try to get to 8 to 10. That's the goal every game for any of your stud pitchers. That should be the goal. Ultimate goal is 10 or more. That's when you know you're the real deal Holyfield. But if you get like 8 or 9, that's still a fantastic day. Yeah, Jared. Good defense by Kelenic. Good hustle. Nice job, Jared. I see you. My boy. Chopper to third. Gino. France throws high. Got him. Got him. Basic's like, where's more bacon, Dad? Let's go, baby. We got to get this win. I want Kirby to get a dub. Some of our guys, their records don't indicate how really good they are. We need some fucking run support. Let's go, baby. Diaz in the box. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. 315 average, 12 homers, 39 ribbies in 2023. 1-0 pitch. Right to first. There we go. Nice flip to Kirby. Bing bong. Let's go. 1-0 Mariners. All right, next up for the Mariners in the bottom of the third inning, 1 for 1, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, 0 for 1, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. And batting third, 0 for 1, first baseman Ty France. Come on, baby. I got to take a look at the slate. Look at the scores, everything. What do we got here? Full scoreboard. Brewers and Pirates with the rain delay. Guardians, Cubs rain delay. Dodgers, Royals rain delay. 3 rain delays? What? All rain delays. Yankees, Cardinals. Holy shit. Padres 12, Reds 5. Nice, nice. Cardinals 11, Yankees 4. Rangers beat the Stros. All right, baby. Let's go. Too many commercials. Bottom of the third. 1-0 Mariners. Pitch is low and outside. 2-0 count. Go, JP. Pitch is outside. Called for a strike. I don't think that was a strike one bit. That should have been a 3-0 count. 2-1 pitch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Back. Gone! J.P. Crawford with a dinger. Wow. Let's go. 2-0 Mariners. My guy. Fuck yeah. That's sweet. Wow. Let's go. Nice grab by that Mariner fan in the outfield. That grandpa was happy. Chopper. Oh, right past the third baseman, Julio. Yes. Ground ball single, baby. Bang. 2-0 Mariners. No outs. Julio at first. Next up, first baseman Ty France. Doubleheader. And there's a rain delay for your second game. I just was going through one of my other scoreboard things here and oh, safe at second. Oh, baby. Oh. What's up with the Phillies 19, Nats 4 today? That's wild. Fewest games to 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases. Julio, number 2 all time with 200. Julio is good. Let's go, J-Rod. Come on, Mariners. We got to win one of these. At least 1 out of 3. France, chop foul. That's a souvenir. Come on, baby. One-two pitch from Glass now. Julio taking off. Little run and gun. Oh, man, they really try to do a little hit it with the timing. I mean, Julio's fast enough to score from second, though. So, well, I just posted like right before we started the stream, and and it is also Saturday afternoon. I mean, usually we'll do streams, in the evening, 6 to 7 Pacific time. That's the best time to, I think, reach most people. So I think usually anything that's going to be like 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, noon, or anything before necessarily 5-ish, then, but again, once you start going into 5 to 7, that's when more people I think are available. They're doing shit, and then they gotta wrap their day up, and then then they'll trickle in. Wow, got him! Wow, strike three on France. Ty's like, I can't believe it. One out, bottom of the third. Mariners 2, Rays 0. Next up, right fielder Teoscar Hernandez. Yeah, Julio is already threatening to steal. We don't even need to be that. I mean, I like our aggressiveness, but I don't want us to get thrown out for something petty, just dancing around. Like, if we're going to steal a base, steal a base. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count for Teo. Come on, baby. A lot of strikeouts is in very, very true statement. A lot of these guys are chasing. Come back to the pitcher. Oh, got him. 2 away. Oh, come on, come on. We got to get a little rally going. Next up for the Mariners, big dumper, catcher, Cal Raleigh. Julio to third. Right there, baby. Walk-off home run, Cal Raleigh, first time, playoffs, 20 years. That's us. Yeah, I enjoyed the pay-per-view. Couple mediocre matches in the middle, but they started off the pay-per-view with the Money in the Bank men's ladder match, and amazing. That one fucking was one of the best things overall. Main event was great with Roman and Solo versus the Usos. Definitely worth watching those two. And some of the other stuff, was okay. Some of it was a little bit better than anticipated, but the main consensus, I think, a lot of surprises, and that's always good if you're watching like a WWE pay per view. Not being it was too predictable, like kind of even for experts of wrestling, not getting tricked and fooled and being surprised. That's always good. 1-1 pitch. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Julio's on third. 10 homers as a lefty, only 1 homer as a righty. Go Cal. Right down the middle. Shot behind him, foul. 2-2 count. Come on, baby. Let's go, Cal. Big dumper. Cal Raleigh. Yeah, he hasn't really heated up yet. Him or Suarez. We got a few that need to really step it up. 2-2 pitch. Got him. What a lazy swing. Wow. 2-0, baby. 6 Ks for Glass now. Wow. Yeah, but the thing is you're not going to get like Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, 5-star, 6-star match. There's only certain people that are wrestling that can pull that type of stuff off. I mean, they don't hand out the big numbers unless it really is going to be something special. So you got to depends on who's in there as participants. So All right, next up for the Rays, shortstop Wander Franco. Batting second this inning, first baseman Luke Rayleigh. And batting third, left fielder Andy Rosarina. All right, baby. Top of the fourth. Let's go, baby. 2-0 Mariners. Bronco. Chopped. France. One away. There we go. Next up for Tampa. First baseman Luke Rayleigh. Don't know if we're going to end up winning this, but hey, I'll take a 2-0 after what happened yesterday, being up 4-0 and losing 15-4. That was ugly. Nice pitch for a strike, 1-1 count. Let's go, Kirby. Yeah, like I said, I thought the beginning match, obviously the Money in the Bank is obviously, if that's going to be the name of your pay per view, those got to be something that you have memories from. And the men's was better than the women's, but they were still good. And at the very end, with Roman and Solo and the Usos, that would definitely delivered. Just wanted that stuff kind of in between. Could have been a little bit better, but definitely surprises though. Popped up. Kalanick's been very busy. Two away. Rosa Reina. This guy's kind of good. World Baseball Classic. He's like, here I am. And then he kept that momentum going. That Uncle Mo stayed with the WBC all the way to the MLB. Regular season. Shit, they might make the World Series. Shit, they might win it all. I don't think I'd be really that shocked. It's like Rays, Rangers, Braves. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to win it. Look how good you guys are. So we got Raza Reina, Mookie Betts, Julio. I don't know how many people that they've announced total. Have they announced all of the home run participants, Sarah? Or are they still, kind of adding those as we speak? 2-0 pitch. Kirby right down the middle. Only a little bit off the plate. It could have been a strike there. 3-0 count. Come on, baby. Yeah, there were some cool surprises. I mean, Randy Orton would have been great, but but you're not going to get stuff like that unless it's something usually bigger. You would think. Got him at first, but hell, I'll take Randy Orton on fucking NXT or Raw or Smack. I mean, wherever he shows up, if he still can wrestle, that would be cool. I don't want him to have his career end too early. So, Vlad Jr., Mookie, Randy, Julio. Right. All right, so next up here in the bottom of the fourth, 0 for 1 with a K, Eugenio Suarez. Batting second, 1 for 1 with a run, left fielder Jared Kelenic. And batting third, 1 for 1 with an RBI, DHing for Seattle, Mike Ford. Let's go. Jeter. All right, Tyler, let me see what you got. You've been balling, man. 6 Ks, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks. Woo, heating up, heating up. Come on, baby. Chop foul. Eugenio Suarez, 0 for 1, strikeout in the second. I assume it's going to be a strikeout here in just a couple moments. Let's go, Gino. Bottom of the fourth, 0-2 pitch. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I guess if we would have gotten all the things that we wanted, then you don't get to see some of those other cool things that, instead of the expected happening. Swing and the miss. Got him. 7th K. I mean, obviously, we already know LA Knight is really, really over. So, and it's pretty rare to get that over, especially on the microphone if they're hanging on every word that you're saying. Not a lot of rock and stone colds in this generation. So, but we do got MJF and a few others that got some mic skills. Bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Mariners. 1 for 1, double in the second in a run. Jared Kelenic. 0-1 pitch. Popped up. All the way to the wall. 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, DHing for Seattle, Mike Ford. Yeah. But now, obviously, more eyes are going to be on. Obviously, once you get gold and you get the championship, belt, the strap. Once you got the gold, then everyone looks at you a little differently. So yeah, Priest and EO though. I mean, like a lot of times you don't think you're gonna you have like what the fans really really want, but a lot of times the fans don't get what they want, especially when Vince was running shit. Like Vince did his shit. It's like he didn't give a shit who the fans wanted. He's like, I'll make WWE in my vision. And I think a lot of fans were like, oh, could it be a little different? And we're definitely seeing a little bit more flexibility in this regime, which I think is cool. I mean, if Vince is running it, or what are we getting? Omos as champion or something like that? Like, I get it. He has infatuation with these like bigger guys, but unless they're like Drew McIntyre, come on, man. Like, You got to make sure you recognize what you got. No one wants to see a goddamn Omos match ever, But if we're talking about, like Gunther, or we're talking about Drew McIntyre, yeah, sign me up. 1-2 pitch from Glass now to Ford. Got him. Wow. 8 Ks. Jeez. Or at least we're up 2-0 still. End of the fourth inning, 2-0 Mariners going to the top of the fifth. Leading off 0 for 1, DH for Tampa, Harold Ramirez. Batting second this inning, 0 for 1, right fielder Josh Lowe. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a K, center fielder Jose Cedi. I'm going to check up on Paisley here real quick before we get started. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, it is. Every dollar counts. It helps start momentum, and I appreciate it. $5 holla. Appreciate that. And like I said, when you are doing this every day, when you're doing this every day, you got to make sure that you're able to have the Gatorades or whatever to keep you going. So I appreciate that. $5 dono. Hey, every dollar counts. You know that. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $5. Let me know what you want to see for a photo. You got a Cardinal player that did good today. I got you. Back, back, back. Oh, to the wall. Teoscar got it. What a catch by Teoscar Hernandez. Let's go. $5. Let's get to a hundo, and hopefully we'll get some of the goats maybe to start trickling in at some point while I'm still streaming today. And then I'll spend the rest of the time with Paisley, and then we'll do the Mariner game at 1, and the NASCAR races I think at 2:30. So they'll kind of blend together, and then we'll kind of go from there. So, I mean, I would do something later for sure, but none of the sporting events are on after 4:00. 4:00 is the last baseball game, and if it's not necessarily a matchup, I mean, the time would work, but I would rather do the Mariners or like the NASCAR race if we were going to do something. So. Top of the fifth. 2-0 Marinez. Let's go, Kirby. Can't believe Glass now got 8 Ks. 3 for Kirby. Come on, baby. We got a double that gets you to at least 6 Ks. But we're running out of time because it's already the fifth. So it's like getting to that number is not going to be possible. Well, I can't say it's impossible, but unless he just gets on a heater. Some Goldie. Has he been the hot one that's been getting? I mean, I have seen some clips on my Twitter feed, not necessarily from you, but just other people and other things that we both follow that'll come up on the feed. And obviously, I saw the one where him and Nolan homered, and you guys haven't really had that chemistry of them homering in the same game that often this year. So appreciate that, Lauren. Anything I can get, to spread a little bit of awareness, to what we got going on with all sports and the different look and the new layout and format. I feel it's a place that can definitely go to a good place too. Lots of really great people a part of the channel. That's facts. All right, top of the fifth, 2-2 count. Kirby, don't run out of gas on me. 57 pitches in. Say Goldie, the Goldschmidt. And I did get to, see a couple Hall of Famers. I did get to see Goldie and, Arenado in person for 2 games, which was cool. Obviously, it would be nicer if both of our teams were good, but 3-2 pitch. Walked him. I'll hit you with your logo, too. Boom. Reflect in the building. What's good? Yeah, JP started it off for us. I did the WWE Money in the Bank, and I barely had any time to even rest really. And then hopped right in. I could have just said screw it, but sometimes you got to grind it out. I was like, going to watch this game, yeah. And luckily, I was smart enough when I made the thumbs. I made both of them before I started even the wrestling event. Which if Sarah didn't mention that it was not 5 p.m. and a noon start, I would have missed it. So, but so far so good for us. Now Ford, singled the center. Kelenic scored in the bottom of the second, 1-0 Mariners, and then the bottom of the third, Crawford homered to right center. So anytime you get JP, and it was funny too because the pitch before it was I think a 2-0 count, and then it was wide right, and he said, "Is that as far as it goes?" Like that because it was definitely not a strike, but it was called a strike. Then it was 2-1 instead of 3-0, and he said, "Fuck that!" Next pitch, boom, gone, and then ended up going yard. So. Good to see you in here, man. It's always good to have the Mariner support, regardless if we win or lose. No one's going to be crazy, and we call it kind of how we see it. Grinding, man. Well, yeah, and I enjoy it. I enjoy, especially if we get the right people in the room, then it even takes it to another level. I'm going to enjoy watching the game. But then obviously if I can watch the game and enjoy it with people, while we're going through these different events. So, and obviously from what happened yesterday, being up 4-0 and losing 15-4, that shit was embarrassing. That's the first time I heard the Mariner fans boo as loud as they did and for as long as they did, which was well deserved. That deserved a booing. Kirby, there we go. There we go. What's up, George? My guy, George Kirby. I mean, he doesn't have more electric stuff, than Luis Castillo or Bryce Miller, right? But again, he's kind of a finesse pitcher, like Greg Maddux. Like, I'm really going to kind of hit the spots rather than blow the pitches by you, like Miller with the heat and the fire, Castillo with the fire. Logan Gilbert just doesn't have any stuff, right? Woo's got the fire, but he's just not as good as those other guys. He can throw those fast heaters too. But it's okay to be a finesse pitcher, like a Jamie Moyer or like a Greg Maddux, where it's like you might not be able to go 100 miles an hour or 98, 99, but if you can throw that 96, 95, and you can hit every spot with accuracy, I mean, that's super impressive. If you look up Maddox's numbers for his career for a finesse pitcher, it is mind-blowing how good that guy was for not being that tall, not really having the strongest arm, but as far as finesse and being able to put the ball where he wanted, might have been the very best in that era. Like if you go back and look, it's like from the strike to ball and the walk ratio, and just looking at what he did in his career. I actually looked at that a couple years ago, and I was like, oh my god, is that for real? And you got to think about all the guys in the steroid era too. So guys were balling, and that's what made him really special. He's always been one of my favorites. I really like. I mean, obviously the Braves had a lot of yeah, Maddox and Glavine, Smoltz, Steve Avery. I mean, they had them. And normally I would never know that information, but baseball cards and just being having that memory. But it's like yesterday. 2-0 Mariners, especially when I go back and look at like old cards or, go to the card shop. That'll get it going. Yeah, JP has. JP has. I mean, the photo came to good use. We need him to keep it moving. Same thing with George. And it's not like I necessarily was hoping for an 8 to 10K game, but he's got the ability to do that. Safe at second. It's like I'll take a few fuck ups for a guy that I like as long as I know the effort is there, and he's just like maybe a bad spot and he got ripped for a homer, or you just don't want to have continuous, shit, and not being able to climb out of it, kind of like with Logan Gilbert right now. And definitely like what I see from Kirby and Miller. I'm really blessed that we have those two. And even Wu, it's like we might have bad records sometimes with our pitchers, but that doesn't mean that you can't see the potential in the guys that we have, where you got 4 out of the 5 guys can get to 10 Ks. Not many MLB groups got 4 guys in their lineup at 1, 2, 3, 4 that all can get 10 to 12 Ks, if the timing was right, And obviously you would hope your 1 and 2 could get to 10 Ks more than the 3 and the 4, but we're pretty well rounded. We just suck as hitting. But so far, no hitter. No hitter for Curbs. No hitter. It's a no hitter quitter. And we already knew, like, being a first rounder, I knew he was going to be good. Didn't see a whole lot of his stuff, like on his high school, college, and whatnot. But from what I saw leading up and then the early stages, you could definitely see the potential. And he's very likable. I don't know. There's just certain people that you see, that it just seems like, very easy to root for. And, you do it based off consistency. That's really what we grade guys. Like, it's like potential, consistency, and then like we're like, oh God, what did we do? But I do appreciate that we do have his defense, and who knows? I mean, second half of the season, would it be that crazy to think that if he turned it around at some point and at least matched Jose's production hitting, or maybe even surpassing him at one point? Like, I don't know. It's like baseball's such a weird thing with like Herman. We got 10 runs on him. Boom, next start, he throws a perfect game. First in 11 years. How do you make any sense out of that? Anybody but him. But I remember when we talked about it in the New York papers, reflect, they said at the Mariners start, it's like, I don't know if it was like some time portal shit, but they said something magical, like, and they were like, oh, he's going to do something great. It's like they had some time travel shit and they missed it by a game. And then all of a sudden, we got 10 on him. But then the next game, this magical thing that somehow, like, the papers were like anticipating, and then boom. Or unless it's just that the A's are so terrible that if you play the A's or the Royals or the Nats, maybe you'll get a no-hitter. Maybe that's it too, but I don't know. They said it's, I think, one of the first times a guy gave up 10 runs to get a perfect game or no-hitter. Like, that's unbelievable. He might be the only one out of all those guys, out of like the 24, that actually had that happen, or maybe he's one of a small number. It's fucking crazy. But Paisley's good. I'm still checking up on her, and after we're done with the game, then she's got all my attention, and I'm going to hang out. And Ford singled the center. Kellenick scored. That was in the second, 1-0. Then Crawford homered. That was the second run. So RBI for Ford. You can go here. You can Go here. See, sometimes it's convenient to be able to, you don't got to see my big old ugly head. You can like for a second kind of see, all right, what are we looking at? You can kind of break down real fast. Okay, where is the batting average? Okay, okay, how many home runs? Oh, was that an RBI? Okay. Oh, 76% point four probability. Oh, the last score of the last game. I mean, shit sometimes does come convenient when you just have like a random thought and you're like, fuck, man, what was, and then you can just go there. And then they go to flip it to the Tampa side over there. I got you, man. I got you. Yeah. And anytime you want to see anything, like I said, anytime, just say something, or unless I'll do it randomly, anyways. But that's the whole purpose of that there. Because like I'm looking at that stuff, throughout the whole game. I'm like bouncing around, looking at every single stat and seeing what's kind of going on. Besides the other games that we got going on too. So. All right, baby. Bottom of the fifth, baby. 2-0 Mariners. 1-0 count to Julio. 1-for-2, single early on. Can we keep the momentum going? It just seems like he's very streaky. Little blooper. Got him. Yeah. Well, the way that Kirby is pitching is like how I feel that's the game. That's kind of how before the blister or prior to that, giving up that one bad pitch. That's how it was going for Bryce Miller. I mean, hell, how often, let's be honest, how often do we remember a pitcher going 3 strikeouts in the first inning? That does not happen often. I don't give a shit if you're a superstar pitcher, average, or whoever you are. That shit don't happen, and it don't happen often. And then, let alone to back that up with 2 more strikeouts. So out of the 6 outs, 5 Ks. I mean, what's better than that? 6. But I mean, how often would you see something like that? I mean, we were on pace. I'm not saying for a no hitter. It wasn't going to happen because the team is amazing. But it could have been if we could have had him go 7 innings, sit one more than normal, and then we pull him. That we probably would have lost, but you never know. Maybe we would have been able to minimize some of that damage. But as soon as we went from one pitcher to the second, I mean, hell, we ended with Mike Ford. Our DH was fucking pitching at the end because we had like 7 guys in there. That's why it got so fucking embarrassing. Sometimes you pull a pitcher too soon, then you go to a backup, and you're like, oh, this guy's going to do great, like Brash. And then, oh, Topa. And then everyone keeps sucking ass more and more. And then you get down where you got nobody left. So he said, my phone died. Couldn't find the charger. LOL. Laughing face emoji. $69. 69. 5.1 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, 44 strikes on 69 total pitches, ERA of 3.08. Need to get that ERA down to under 3. That's what we need. That's what we need. I'll get you another Paul Goldschmidt photo here in a sec. Come on, baby. Oh, one away. There we go. That's not long. That was fast. Might be a little bit more patient with it. Next up, third baseman Yandy Diaz. He was incredible. Like when you match up and you can see like how you stack up against the best in the game. All you want to do is be able to show that you can hang around. When you can kind of put a full package together in a game. But again, once Kirby goes out, usually things kind of start to go, kind of in a downward trend. So we'll see. And the funny thing is our mid relievers and our setup guys and closers are actually good. So it's just like the other team just rocks us. Even though there's talent there, it's not like I think anyone feels, oh, as soon as the pitcher goes out, we're going to be absolutely dog shit. But I mean, sometimes it happens, but other times we do step up. So AL ranks first baseman Yandy Diaz, first place, all the categories. All right, Yandy, I see you. $300 does matter. Top of the sixth. 2-2 pitch from Kirby. One away. Chop foul. Count still stays 2-2. Two pitch. Let's go. Let's get a K here. Come on, George. Chop foul. 2-2 count. 75 total. He's got to go soon. Yeah, but also from what happened with Miller, we didn't want to have Kirby in here for 4 or less innings. That would have been terrible. If that would have happened, hell, the game would probably be 10-2 right now. Wow, fair ball. Holy shit. Nice job, Yandy. Now the momentum is starting to shift. You can kind of feel it, even if it's just one guy, because you got to look at where they are in the lineup, right at the top of the lineup now. Phenom, shortstop, Wander Franco. Switch hitter. He can do everything. He's like the future. Come on, George. Outside, 1-0 count. Come on now, top of the sixth. We're up 2-0. You can see the momentum. It could be slipping a little bit. That was the first hit he allowed all the way in the 6th inning. And I really think Bryce could have been there if he didn't have that blister. He was pitching that way where it felt like it could be a no-hitter, one-hitter, two-hitter kind of game. Not any one-hitter quitter. 2-0 Mariners. 0 for 1 with a walk in the first for Wander Franco. Kirby, baby. I mean, I don't know anyone that doesn't like him. I mean, it's very hard not to like a guy like that. Same thing with Bryce Miller. I mean, if anything, those should be the guys that you root for the most. No disrespect to Castillo or Gilbert. And I do like Woo's potential. But, I mean, these are like, the backbone of our team. So, and we want those guys to be really, really good. So that way, if something does happen to Castillo, he gets hurt or he leaves, that we have really strong 1-2. Like we're talking about some of the best in of baseball, and that you can kind of see that there's a lot of upside with both of those guys. Like I don't think anyone would be shocked in the future if we could actually hit that some of these guys could have like an 8-2 record, or 7-3. Like I don't think that's that crazy to think. I mean, hell, Miller and Kirby are nice. I think a lot of fans of other teams are like, hey, their win-loss record might be kind of shitty, but if you're smart and you watch or you read, you realize the hits aren't there. It's not always their fault. Sometimes it is, but when you don't get run support, or if you just have shitty bullpen or mid relievers and closers, then that can fuck you too. So, 1 pitch. Oh no! Oh no! Back! Gone! Oh no! You got to be shitting me, Luke. Luke, I am your father. God damn it. You kidding me? See, the momentum shifted. Like you could just, once you get that initial guy Diaz on and you're going at the top of the lineup, even one hit, depending on how you get it, right past the third baseman, the momentum shifted and then you just can kind of feel that a big RBI or home run or a game-changing play is very, very close to happening, and there it is. And we might lose the game now just because of that momentum shift. Now we just got to hope that when other teams, have this happen to them, they can still fire off hits and homers later in the game. The problem with the Mariners, we can actually get hits late in the game, 1 out of every 5 games. So is this one of the 5 games that we're actually going to hit after the 6th inning? Or are we just going to fall asleep and go to bed, go get dinner, go to McDonald's, get some chicken McNuggets? So I hope, because I don't want Kirby to go out. It's like one bad pitch and then this fucking happens. Sour. Everything was going good. Sour came in, just fucked it all up. I'm just playing. So it was going to happen no matter. It's one of the top 3 teams in baseball. Should be expected. That shit happens to anybody. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. But you know what? I'll be honest. I want to win this game. But to be able to knock off a team and shut them out as a top 3 team when your team is average, it's not going to happen. This makes the game a little bit more exciting, overall for fans that, maybe don't give a shit about these 2 teams. And we still have a chance to win, but we're definitely against the odds right now. Why, oh, why? Sour Vanilla came up and fucked it all up. Things were all good. He came in here, he's like, what up, guys? And then all of a sudden, 10 seconds later, back, gone. Fuck. I still think we have a chance, but I know this team pretty well. It's like, as long as you can be realistic, of course I'm always going to rep to the fullest, but you got to make sure we're being realistic with kind of our team on where we're at. Can't be in denial mode. Can't be thinking we're better than we are. You don't want to be one of those guys. Those guys and girls get frowned upon. The delusional fan. And when you go into like a friend circle and you got that delusional friend that says that delusional shit. Delusional dogs. Goldschmidt. Appreciate you, Sarah, for your dono. And we even get your little Cardinal logo in the corner, and it looks great. Your guy, Goldie, Hall of Famer. First baseman. All right, leading off for the Mariners. 0-2 with a K. First baseman, Ty France. Batting second this inning, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And batting third, big dumper catcher, Cal Raleigh. Yo, boy. Yeah, you want me to call Scott up on the celly? I'll be like, listen, we have some concerns about this ball club, okay? It's like everyone on planet Earth, when we watch you guys play, everyone is saying the same goddamn thing. We need to be able to get a little bit of change. Oh, the Dame news? Yeah, I've had quite a few people ask, obviously, being a Blazer fan and living out here in the Pacific Northwest. Now, if you're an idiot, right, or you don't understand basketball, or you don't understand it's a business, or you don't understand loyalty, it's not always about the ring, and depending on who you are, you want to be able to build a good community, be a good person to help everything around you. You want to be a good citizen on and off the court, be a good role model, not do any of that John Morant bullshit, right, and get caught, be stupid. And we give him plenty of time, but once Paul Allen died, the management was mismanaged. And a lot of big players don't want to come here because it's not Miami or LA, for like the nightlife scene, right? So if you can't get a lot of free agents to come around, it's like, that you're not going to really have a shot here. And he gave plenty time. He could have left much earlier. So we will accommodate him. But if it ends up going to, like, I don't know if he's got a final say in it, but if he ends up getting traded to like a shitty team, I mean, are you going to be okay with that? Because I saw like Clippers, Sixers, Heat. So if he goes to the Clippers, I might as well just stay fucking in Portland if it was going to be that. And I'll just go play with Scoot. Why would I want to? Okay, I want out. But then if I go to the Clippers, I'm like, fuck this. The Blazers were much better, even if I was upset that guys are young and there's not a lot of vets. You know what I mean? Like you can just live out your legacy. But I would assume where he wants to go is Miami with Jimmy Butler and Bam. I know him and Bam are pretty close, so that would give the Heat a shot to at least get to the finals and maybe lose. But if they can get there twice, maybe they can win one of them. Maybe. Like I said, we already know the Nuggets and the Bucks usually are going to run. And then you got Celtics. We'll see what happens with them. They'll always be in the mix. But I think that every Blazer fan that really understands and appreciates him will root him on the next journey. And it's not him; it's a management. So if the management is stupid, which they are, then it is what it is. At least we got the time that we did with him, and he could have left a lot sooner. And he's a legend, and we'll love him. And just kind of unfortunate we couldn't put it all together. But we've never been able to put it all together. We drafted the wrong guys: Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan, Greg Oden over Kevin Durant. So we're used to fucking up royally. So for them to be like this, it doesn't surprise me. But unless Dame can play with like Giannis, or Dame can play with like Jimmy and Bam, then you got something there. So we'll see where it goes. But I wish him the best. Bottom of the sixth, 2-2 count. Game 2-2, 1 out. Come on, Teoscar. Plaxico Burress in the club. Well, he's already suspended for quite a few games. I mean, it's like, and then if you do it again, that's going to be, all year or 2 years. And then if that happens, then you're probably almost getting to the point where no one's going to want to deal with you, even if you could have been a Hall of Fame talent. There we go. Nice double by Teoscar Hernandez, baby. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Nice job, Teo. Yes, sir. Nice hustle. Yeah, I definitely think that the Mariners can lose this, but it's probably more likely that we lose rather than we win, just because we usually have a hard time manufacturing hits and runs late. And then once the starting pitching goes out, I mean, it's really a crapshoot for the Mariners, because I think most Mariner fans, we actually like our pitching staff. I think most Mariner fans, we appreciate and really love our pitching staff. And we know that the win-loss record does not reflect how good they really are. And really the positional players have let us down. And a little bit of Scott Service as well, I feel. So you got to be smarter with lineups and who you put in at DH after you have a guy go 3 for 3 or 3 for 4. You take him out and you put in Dylan Moore, and then we lose the game. I mean, what the fuck is the logic in that? But again, I get giving guys opportunities, but at the right time, not at the end of the game. The game's on the line. The guy's got one fucking hit all year, only been back for like 5 to 10 games. And then you got Mike Ford like 3 for 4 with a homer. Nah, we don't need him. Who cares if it's a righty or lefty? Put the best guy in there. But on the flip side, when I rip Scott, I can also praise him by also putting in Tom Murphy at DH, which never happens because he went 3 for 3, took him out, and then put in another DH. But he was hot the previous game, and what happened? He homered. So then I can give Scott kudos, because most managers would have not done that. And that's a risky, bold move, but it paid off because that momentum, it fizzled out, but we got a homer out of it before he fizzled. So I like that. Let's go. And also, we haven't had all our guys healthy. It seems like everyone on the goddamn pitching staff is hurt: starters, mid relievers, and closers. We haven't been healthy there. So we're doing the best with what we got, but we haven't really had a solid starters, right? Mid relievers and closers all healthy all at the same time, not even once all year. So, I mean, how do you expect us to be, really, really good, especially if the hitting is like 220 to 230 team average? Got him. Wow. 11 Ks. Ridiculous. And that's kind of good. And we're not. We'll give him some love, right? We appreciate good pitching, even when it's against us. Unbelievable. It's crazy. Kind of like, Randy Johnson, not as good, not the same type of player, but we'll see what this guy will turn into. But anytime you end up being 6'6" to 6'9" in a pitcher and you got good heat and good control, it's like impossible to hit, so, and that's facts. Bro, I bet me and Reflect have been saying that all year. They've been chasing and every major player, besides JP, and he's been, just trying to, do what he can, and it just so happens he's going yard. But a lot of the main guys in the lineup, right? Julio, France, Hernandez, Raleigh, Suarez, Kelenic, you need to be better. It's like we can't count on Mike Ford or Colton Wong or Jose Caballero or JP Crawford to bail us out every game, like leadoff hitters or 9 hitters. It's like, come on, man, 2 through 8, step up, but that's why we're not very good this year, and we're not very good in close games like we were last year. Remember our record last year in like 1-win differential games? Our record was insane. At one point, it was like, I don't know what it was, like 15-5 or something, like in 1-run games. Like when you have a record like that where you're very dominant, then you feel so confident when the game is low scoring or high scoring, you're going to find a way to get it done. And that's what the Mariners did. And they had to fight with the Angels. And so we need to beat somebody up and then go on like a nice 10-game win streak, and then we'll make the playoffs. So unless we beat someone up, then, that's how we'll go. Suarez to first. Yeet. There we go. There we go. Runners at first and second. No, we need a glass now on the Mariners. My God. Next up for the Mariners, left fielder Jared Kelenic. Let's go, Jared. 1 for 2, double in the second. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Big swing and a miss. Oh, 1 pitch. There we go. There we go. Right past the shortstop. Go, 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 go. Yes. Nice RBI by Jared Kelenic. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. 3-2 Mariners. Yes. 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 Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Mike Ford. Next up, DH for Seattle, Mike Ford. It only took us 60 games to figure out this was our best option. What could have been? It's like figuring out the Colton Wong wasn't it. It should have been much sooner. But, everything happens in a certain time. I get it. And we should have been able to find a DH like this before, 60 games. But again, not many people have this kind of body size. And, at one point, if everyone is sucking, give everyone single A, double A, triple A. Give someone a shot who's hot. And maybe that'll be the guy that takes over. And, sometimes guys need to be called up and other guys need to sit on the goddamn bench. So many options: Taylor Trammell, AJ Pollock, Dylan Moore, Sam Haggerty, Colton Wong. Big swing and a miss down to 1 knee. Don't tear an ACL, big fella. 2-2 count. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, 2-2 count. Runner at first and second. Seattle 3, Tampa Bay 2. Glasnow is intense. He's a good athlete. And he's got good control. It's like he pitches like he's 6'2", 6'3", like a normal, maybe not as a tall of a pitcher. Got really good delivery. He got good stuff. But then just being that tall makes it so much more intimidating because he's kind of throwing down at you, not through you, but throwing it kind of like shot putting it like at you with a lot of force and velocity. So I imagine the guys in the batter box, that delivery coming out of someone from 6'8" compared to someone 6'2", it looks a lot different, So I'm kind of like amazed that we're actually ahead. Like, look at it, we're playing really good baseball, today at this point, and the guy's numbers are just bananas. I mean, Kirby had 5 Ks. He's got 11 Ks. Unbelievable. Come on, baby. 2 outs and 2 on. Bottom of the 6th, 3-2 pitch. Walked him. Bases loaded, baby. It's a time for some bases loaded. Bases loaded. Time for a pitch and change. Time for a pitch and change. Bases loaded. He's got 11 Ks, though. Just keep it rolling with him. He's got 11 Ks. Bases loaded, 2 outs. You just have a quick meeting, say, blow it right by him. But they say, nope, you're out of here. And next up is Colton Wong. Just keep him up on the mound. Look to see who's up next. They're like, Colton Wong, oh, we should have kept him in. They'll look at, they're like, oh, what did we do? Yeah. But if you were going to be in that situation where you got 11 Ks, but you do have bases loaded and you need 1 out, who's the easiest person to get out? You're looking at him. So it's like it's a 50-50 call. Most guys are going to, probably, consider pulling. But if you know that this is next up, unless this gets changed, this is the ideal person to try to get out. And then we say that, and then he goes for like a grand slam. So you never know. Wong. Next up is a Colton Wong. What's wrong? Colton Wong. 0 for 2. 2 Ks. Elliot's favorite player, Colton Wong. We'll see. Well, I hope we can hang on somehow, some way. Oh, it's Jose. It's Jose. They made the switch. That's probably why. It's a Jose. Jose. Jose Canseco, man. All about all the Jose's. Jose Caballero. I mean, this definitely gives us a better hitting option. Let's go, baby. Even the umpire, he said, touchdown. Wrong sport, but hey, I like your effort. Let's go. It's good. Touchdown is good. Yeah, football season can't come here enough. He's a hurry up. All right, come on, Jose. Oh, baby, All-Star game coming up here pretty soon, too. That would have been cool to go to, but at least I know, my 2 closest, that live here in Oregon are going, so that makes my heart happy, and I imagine I'll get some kind of keychain or T-shirt or something, while they're up there. So I love little merch and little pieces, because it's like you get it there, and then it'll mean something, and then it's not like you're going to be able to find some of that stuff that's exclusive to the stadium. So. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. 3-2. Bases loaded. But if it was Colton Wong, they probably said, stay out there. Jalen Beeks. 25 games, a 2-3 record, a 5.82 ERA. They're like, fuck it, let's take out the guy that got 40 Ks in a game, and let's put in this guy. But he is a lefty, though. Nice. First pitch strike. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Just low. 1-1 count. Shit, I think we would have been better off just having Colton Wong to be out that bat, to be honest. Because Colton Wong wouldn't have swung, right? Jose's a little bit more aggressive in his swing. Colton Wong will take pitches, and he could get hit by a pitch or get walked. Then we get an automatic run. Popped up, and of course they caught it. Should have kept Colton Wong in the game. Wong decision again. Good job, Mariners. Touchdown, Mariners. Damn it. What could have been? Nice. I'll be watching. I'll be watching. And like I said, since the Bucks are pretty much tanking, without saying that they're fully tanking, I'm going to do more Seahawks games and Niner games, and just some of the West Coast teams out here if it ends up just being on like local or whatnot. So I mean, I'll still be doing the Sunday night and the Monday night and the Thursday night, but if I get if I feel that I can handle it, I'll try to do maybe 2 or 3 games on a Sunday, but that definitely gets tiring. But if the matchups are good, I'm always willing to, give things a try. So, yeah, we got college football coming up and the NFL. It'll be so sweet. That's really when the sports season starts in the fall. Best time of the year for sports, for sure. All right, going to the top of the seventh. 0 for 2, DHing for Tampa, Harold Ramirez. Batting second, right fielder, Josh Lowe. And batting third this inning, center fielder, Jose Cedi. Let's go. Well, at least we're hanging around. No, commercials take freaking forever. I get impatient as a baseball fan now with all like the new rules, the bigger bags, no shifting, and you got the penalties with the pitchers and the hitters. Obviously, games are shrunken down quite a bit, but it's like when I want to get into a game, I just want to continue to keep it moving. But it's like I don't need fucking 8 commercials between the next inning or half inning. All right, well, we're up 3-2 after we were up 4-0 yesterday, and then got absolutely fucking TKO, Mike Tyson, fucking Mortal Kombat, fucking fatality obliterated yesterday, and the fans booed for the very first time for a long period of time, which was well deserved, but not that we don't want to see that. That was a terrible effort after an amazing effort by Bryce Miller. So, hell yeah, Kirby back out. Let's go. That's kind of unusual. But hell, if he's pitching this good, you might as well, right? Reward the guy. Hell, we already saw what happened yesterday when we put other guys in. It ended up being Mike Ford, the DH, pitching at the very end with our 7th different pitcher. Like, disgusting, man. Popped up. That souvenir in the stands. Smooth, baby. Let's go, George. Come on, George. We need some K's, baby. Pitch is inside. 1-2 count. Jose at second base. See if he can actually wake up and play some fucking defense. Come on, Kirby. Corner outside. 2-2 count. Let's go, George. Oh, I like that, man. It's always exciting when you can see your guy get a little bit more of an opportunity than normal instead of just the automatic 6 innings, get the fuck out of there. Chopper. Get it. France, 1 away. There we go. Nice job. Next up for the Rays, right fielder Josh Lowe. Nice strike to get ahead of the count. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. Let's go, George. 3-1 Yankees. And then second game, you won the first game, though. So even if you lose the second one, at least you got a dub. But man, if you could come back and win that, that'd be huge for you guys. Anytime you can beat a contender, it definitely can springboard a roster. Even if it's only for one more additional win in the next series, hell, anyone would take that when they're struggling. Chop foul, 0-2 count. Let's go, George. And then I'll do the game tomorrow at like 1. And then NASCAR will be on in the Chicago streets at 2:30. So those will kind of blend in together. And then so we'll stream probably about 3-4 hours tomorrow from like 1 to 5 probably, or 1 to 4, 4:30, something like that. I don't know. We'll kind of play it by ear. But that'll be the schedule for tomorrow. Be really nice if we can get this win, because then that'll give us a chance for tomorrow. Pitch is high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Nice. George with 6 Ks. I mean, 6 to 8. When you're not really in a window, right? We didn't know how long he was going to go for. But of course, 8 to 10 is the initial goal. 10 is always reaching for greatness, and that's what you want to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to get 10 Ks. Let that be the standard. And then if you fall to 8 or 9, you still had a good game. And at the very least, try to hit that 6 or 7 mark. Make up for your, the shortcomings of earlier and some of the fuck ups and whatnot. And then, going from 3 to 6 is a big deal. Whether people realize it or not, you don't want to go from like getting 8 to 10 Ks and then going to like 2. You want to keep the momentum going, keep that 6 to 10 K ratio, as many starts in a row as you can. Build some consistency in your lineup. Top of the 7th, 2 outs, 3-2 Mariners. Nice strike. 1-2 count. Let's go. Pitch is high. Balls, 2 strikes. Oh, Kirby hit 100. But he's young, you know what I mean? His arm can handle that. Miller and Kirby can handle fucking 100 pitches. Got him! Yes! Let's go. What a pitch. That's what I'm talking about, baby. To go from 3 Ks to 7 Ks, not a lot of people will recognize that, but just based on how the game was going, that definitely the game could have folded. We could have been behind. There could have been a big run. So good decision on keeping Kirby in, and way to get to that fucking 7 number. Because when you're at 3, fuck, it looked like maybe you're going to end at 4 or 5 at the most. So I like those little subtle adjustments, and there we go. Nice. Megan's in the building. How are you? We're in the bottom of the 7th. All right, leading off for the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th inning, 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second this inning, 1 for 3, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, first baseman Ty France. Let's go. Well, after yesterday's game of 15-4, it's a nice thing. But these are the ones that are going to hurt the most if we lose. Like if we end up losing this game 4-3 in a game that we could have won, but again, we already know how shaky sometimes the pitching has been. And when the hitting has been non-existent and the pitching is getting roughed up at the wrong time. But I mean, I know me and Rick Buck are feeling pretty good right now so far. So long ways from being over, though. You got to be a realistic man, but I'm hoping we can string some things together here. I do love the MLB All-Star Game. My favorite All-Star Game. I love it. I've always loved it as a kid. I have never missed an All-Star Game for baseball. That's the only sport where I've literally, I mean, I guess I could have said that up to the point where the Pro Bowl was actually something, but it's the most enjoyable. They actually try. And at one point, it meant something. Whoever won, that team got home field advantage in the World Series. So, the baseball, it's always been about effort. And I can really appreciate that. Not only is it the hardest sport, probably besides golf, anybody can drive, but can you putt, But baseball, offense, defense, pitching, hitting, fielding. I think a lot of people, they're like, oh, pitching or hitting, but what about the defensive side? That's a whole nother ball game. There's a lot of people that get hit that can't fucking defend worth a shit. So definitely special talent. My guy, George. Like I said, and rooting for Miller and Kirby is super easy. It's like the cornerstones of our franchise. So yeah, we got Julio and we'll have some other pieces. But really, if we want to be able to get somewhere, we got to make sure we keep developing those guys. And like I said, it wouldn't surprise me to a point, in the future, once we get to a spot, in a year or two, if they're still on the team, they're still doing well, where they're like 8-2 to start the season or 7-3. Like, why not? They're super talented, but that would mean that the hitters have to actually step up. And I'm not sure if that'll ever happen with our team, but hopefully. But as you would say, reflect, fire Dipoto, fire all of them. So maybe even fire Scott Service. I know sometimes you get frustrated with him, like I do too. But that's like, I don't know. If we fired him, even though that he has done things to be possibly fired, I don't think we'd be able to get anybody as good as him. Like, who's available? Like if some of the really good managers got fired, then I'd be like, okay, we have options. Oh, there we go. Nice hit by Julio there. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Bottom of the seventh, 3-2 Mariners. Runner at first and second. Center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Nice little single. Next up, first baseman Ty France. Baby. And that's a big part, about respecting the game, not changing the game. Like, the NBA is fucking stupid. They're like, we went from like East-West to like the Team Giannis, Team LeBron. Who does that? I mean, if Jordan and Bird and Magic with all the legacy with the dunk contest and the games meant something. It's like, you don't fucking switch up history. What, for these fucking younger people that don't even watch the game or care about it? All they do is talk about it on social media. You're going to change it for them? They don't even care. They're not even watching. They just complain about it on social media. Or when we had like the rookie sophomore game or USA International, they're doing like the fucking 3-on-3, 4-on-4. I mean, how brain dead you got to be to realize that shit sucks. Like, it's like ESPN firing everyone. Your network sucks. Do you not realize that? But apparently, your head is way too far up in the clouds to realize. It's you might have money and you might be something, but you could be much bigger, and you're never going to be what you were before. Because when it came to highlights, SportsCenter was king. That's like right when the internet was coming out, Stuart Scott. So if you wanted to get internet on your stuff, the only way you were seeing is on SportsCenter, and it meant something. Now it's just complete dog shit. There we go. Ty France, baby. Let's go. Now we got bases loaded. 3-2, no outs. Here we come, baby. Let's go. All right, but what do you want to do about it? You want me to call him? You want me to let him know that he needs to call you? We need to figure this out. Got to find the right combination of guys. I mean, getting another all-star player on the team would help tremendously. Someone even better than like Julio, like a big, like if a Nolan Arenado guy or, like a Goldschmidt guy, not saying that we'd get those guys, but if we could get someone else to kind of maybe, assist with, showing how it's done, and not chasing all the time, like a Freddie Freeman, someone that's really, really good, not saying we're getting him, but someone that's going to be patient in the box and that could they'll listen to him, respect him and then follow in, the elders' footsteps. And, but I don't know whether the chances of something like that happening, probably slim to none. You know what I mean? But imagine if we had Freddie Freeman in the lineup, just adding that, I guarantee everyone else's batting average would go up. You don't want to be able to leave bases loaded, fucking no outs or one out forever. These additions, mistakes, Listella, mistake, Pollock, mistake, Wong, mistake, Teoscar, good decision. One person out of the four. Teoscar! Teoscar! Teo. Yes. Let's go. Teo. Ayo. It is Teo. Ayo. Let's go. 5-2. Mariners. Is that good? I mean, if I got to be able to do, see, that's why I don't want to do necessarily TikTok or YouTube shorts and shit. I mean, I know I can do those things, but sometimes the little rants need to come out, but it can't just be someone yelling at the top of their lungs like Stephen A, but then there's no backbone and nothing makes sense. If you're going to have your little rant and whatnot, it's got to be true. It's got to be from the heart. And it also has to be facts. It's like, I know I'm not the only one that knows ESPN is dog shit. It's like, I think they need and I don't think really Pat McAfee, even as big as he is, can't save ESPN. I don't know if they think that he is the savior, but it ain't going to happen. You're so far behind, and a lot of the other networks are struggling too because every time they find some chemistry with a duo or trio, they get fired or they move on to another company and another duo or trio. You never have any consistency anymore. Everyone's moving around, TV and podcast shit fucking is at the worst it's ever been. It's terrible. I would rather not even watch any sports talk. As far as the morning stuff and the stuff that's on TV. I mean, if I'm going to listen to something, maybe I'll dip into Pat McAfee show. But other than that, Good Morning Football ain't good anymore. ESPN. I mean, all those shows in the morning are trash. FS1. Colin was good with obviously Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor's no longer there. Good Morning Football was good with Kay and Nate. They're not there. So what the hell am I supposed to watch? I'd rather, I want to be able to be entertained and learn something, but also I got to be able to find someone I can listen to for an hour or more, which is very tough nowadays. So all the facts. You know it. Mariners. Oh, that's not good. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think? That's a kind of role player, but still, role players still help the roster. But we did get a bunch of rookies, so maybe one of those will fill in. I was going to say, we got to bring Dunn back. I like his energy. Oh, okay. Same Dunn. Okay. Thank you for the update. Of course, the three of us will appreciate that. If it's, talking about something Mariners or Kraken related. Let's go 5-2, baby. Yeah. LA night. Yeah. Let's go. 5-2 Mariners. I mean, we deserve to get at least a win. But again, if we win this game, we could win tomorrow. Back. Oh, and caught at the wall. You teaser. Go. Tag up. Yeah. 6-2 Mariners. Oh, baby. Let's go, baby. I see you, Gino. I see you, Gino. Next up, left fielder Jared Kelenic. Anything can happen once the starters go out. It shows you. I mean, look at them. Look at their star. Right? Played great. 11 Ks, but we're up 6-2. And a lot can happen from the point where that pitcher is in to the point that pitcher is at. And the game literally starts over every game. So every game when you watch baseball, you don't get one game, you get two. You get the amazing what they headline on the news and on social media, the starting pitchers. And then as soon as they go out, who the hell knows what's going to happen? It's a crapshoot. And that's literally how baseball kind of is. Because even if you have elite closers and mid relievers, doesn't mean you're going to win. Because we've seen a lot of teams that got really, really good mid relievers and closers fuck up, and then maybe they're highly rated, and maybe the other team isn't very good, but that doesn't mean a team like the A's or the Royals and Nats can't steal a few. Shit, they stole a few against us. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it was. And I started to watch Blacklist season 9. I know they're on season 10, and it's just about to wrap up for the entirety of Blacklist. But if you are looking for a high action paced show, Raymond Reddington, I'm telling you, out of all the actors I've ever watched, that's one of the best I've ever came across. That one is awesome. And it's like when you watch those episodes, it's so easy to binge. Like I can literally sit there for hours on end and I never get bored. It's always good. Raymond Reddington and Dembe. So good. So much action. Let's go, baby. End of the 7th. 6-2 Mariners. What a great inning. Next up for the Rays in the top of the 8th, second baseman Taylor Walls. 0 for 2. Batting second in the inning, catcher Christian Bethencourt. And batting third baseman Yandy Diaz. Yeah, amazing inning. Still doesn't mean that we're going to win, but obviously momentum can shift very, very quickly depending on how many. And obviously not going for 5, 6, 7 pitchers. You know, things are looking a little bit better. But actually getting Kirby to go 6 or 7, that's a big part. The momentum finally caught up. And remember, like I said, normally we get hits early. We don't usually get them late. And we play a really good team. And we do it maybe 1 out of every 5 games. And was this the game? Well, apparently it was. So I'll take it. Even if it's only 1 out of 4 or 5 games that we actually get hits when we need them, maybe it'll start a trend. So there we go. $5. Let's get to a hundo. 95 to go. Sauer comes in the building. They fuck everything up. 2-0, 2-2. Then he leaves the building again. Boom, comes back 6-2. I'll take it, man. It's nice that we found a way to get manufacture some runs there. That was awesome. And we got Topa in. Topa. All right, George, what did you finish at? 7. Let's take a look at George real quick here. All right, George. Your final numbers on the night: 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. When you were at 3 Ks for the longest time, so that was nice effort to see. Topa. Oh, Topa. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I'll follow you back and I'll send you a message. Top of the 8th, 6-2 Mariners. Topa on the mound. Chopper to first. Easy. 1 away. First pitch for a strike. Chopper right up the middle, right past. Who was that? Caballero? Of course it was, you idiot. God. It's always something with us, man. We got a guy that can hit, that can't fucking defend. We got a guy that can defend, that can't fucking hit. It's like, can't we just put Jose and Colton Wong in one body and figure it out? Man, I got you. And I'll always throw up the photos of, usually the people that are there. I can either manufacture them or I already have them. So $20 holla. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Excited for the Seahawks and the Kraken coming season. Both teams and their amazing head coaches do another great season. NWSF and us all. Non-NR teams, $20 holla. I'm excited. And like I said, I am going to be doing more Seahawk and Niner games and just like West Coast teams, maybe above and beyond Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night football. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $20 holla. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, but and I get it. You're going to have your 12s and you're going to have your Seahawk channels, that are going to, have their fans and do that. But, like I said, if I'm going to be watching the game anyways, and, I'm not going to really have a whole lot of interest for Tampa because they're tanking on purpose. Will I still watch all the games? Yes, but I don't have to watch them live. I can always watch them later. I definitely want to be able to soak in a little bit more. And I wouldn't mind, doing Niner and Seahawk games as like extra games if they were on here, because those are usually the ones that come on here in Oregon. So, top of the eighth, 2-1 count, 6-2 Mariners. Thank you so much for your generosity. Yes, much appreciated. $25 hairs. Let's get to a hundo. $75 hairs to go. Oh, 3-2 Yankees. Was it 3-1? So you came back a little bit. Come on, Topa. Diaz in the box. 3-1 count. Shot foul. I really like this Diaz. I would take him on the Mariners in a heartbeat. This is a great leadoff hitter. Can play multiple positions. Third baseman Yandy Diaz. I mean, obviously, we know Wanda Franco is going to always be the most popular. But sometimes, it's those guys that you don't really know who they are until you watch them or read about them or see them, firsthand. And then you remember them. And then some of those guys end up being consistent 300 hitters, or, like a Rise, you might be hitting 400. Like, it's kind of cool to be able to see like some of these lower name guys make names for themselves. And then you're like, holy cow, they're a lot better than anyone ever anticipated. So Royals are beating the Dodgers 5-3. Oh, that's tough. Throw to first. Oh, thrown away. Oh, God, Topa. Easy base to second. What was he doing? Topa threw it to first, and he looked like he was throwing it to the 10th row and the fucking outfield out there. Foul territory. What are you throwing to? Jesus. It's like when their brain, it's like throw to first, but you got to like look to where you're throwing. It's like all of a sudden you just kind of glance and just toss. Like you got to throw it to Ty France. You just can't throw it anywhere over there. He's not Manute Bol. Shoot, Manute. Oh, well, back-to-back hits here for the Rays, starting to get a little momentum. Come on, Topa. Okay, educate me on this. Is this good? Is this good? I mean, I know it's going to replace Carson, but I mean, is that an upgrade or about the same type of player? What are they saying? I mean, maybe you might not know necessarily either, but what does it say like on the, through the forums and the sites and whatnot? Is there any other additional information they've said, or like a player comparison? Looks like they're going to pull Topa. Franco. What would you like to see for photos for your generous effort to help the squad? The squad. That is us. 0 for 2 with a base on ball. Wanda Franco will be up next. Well, that was short-lived for Topa. Those are the things that you remember. You're like, oh, Topa, boo, boo. Like we don't want to have too many brash Topa boo moments. And usually Munoz and Seawald are money, but then you start to see like Saucedo and a lot of these other guys. It's really hit or miss. Sometimes it like will be good for us, but at other times, things could slip away. All right, I'll hook you up here with some coaches. We got some coaches. And that's a big part of it too. Like when you actually enjoy the coaches and you believe in them, it makes you root for the team. I kind of feel a little more too. Like sometimes when you have a shitty coach, you can't really give your all because you don't really fully believe in the coach or the team because you know that this guy needs to be replaced for someone better. So, but I think in the Seahawks, with the last couple drafts, they've bought themselves some time to decide if they can just want Pete to like retire or if they fire, and then obviously with Snyder as well. So we'll see. But it seems like the last 2 years might have saved their careers. And I do really like what Hack has done, and I think he is absolutely the right guy. You can tell with him when he interviews and you see him on TV and on the internet, and it just you can kind of tell when certain people are a fit, or it feels like a fit. And sometimes you got to let a guy have a fair shot to show what they can do. But again, this is a business, so sometimes you don't have a long window to prove yourself. And the NFL is a what have you done for me lately type of league too, as we know. Good 1 year, that doesn't mean a whole lot next year. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah. Unless they get someone that's just as good. Like for example, if Pete got fired, but you got like Sean Payton to come in, it would hurt, and and it would suck, right? But bringing in someone on the same type of caliber, it's going to make the fans feel a hell of a lot better, and it'll heal a little bit quicker than just some random, coming in or some newbie that has no experience, and you're crossing your fingers that it works out, which sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, so. Well, I would assume so. But like again, a lot of critical fans, that aren't in love with Pete Carroll and Schneider, that definitely wanted those guys out because the drafting was very suspect, and it's like you want to make sure you're surrounding your best players with good talent, but everything happens for a reason, and in the last 2 years, it's changed the franchise in a different trajectory. So, like I said, I definitely think you guys are in the running for the divisional crown. San Francisco probably first place, Seattle second, but if something happens with the Niners and injuries, yeah, definitely winning the division is possible. You're much better than the Rams or the Cardinals, and you never know what it could end up being. And both teams have the ability. I feel, damn it, just gave up a little RBI there, 6-3. But I think that the Seahawks are kind of like it feels, you know, worst case scenario, maybe 8 or 9 wins, and then best case, maybe 10 to 12. Kind of feels like that type of squad. If we have 17 games, 12-5, if everything works out and you steal some games, but 10 to 12 wins is perfect. And then with the Niners, they're probably sitting at 11 to 13, maybe just like 1 win projected higher, something in that range. Not like 3 wins more or anything like that, but it should be pretty close. Um, Definitely excited to see how things kind of shake out. Top of the eighth, runners at first and second, 6-3 Mariners. They're starting to get on a little bit of a run here. We need to end this. Right there. Double play. Double play. 1, 2. J.P. Crawford. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like it doesn't feel like the team is good enough, even if everything worked out. Just assuming 13-4, because if you're 13-4, you're in first place. So that first you have to visualize: could that happen? Yeah, but I mean, I don't, that like if everything went right and everything went wrong for everyone, including San Fran, stole some wins, in good teams as well, in the division. Um, Seems like close, but not that close yet. But again, sometimes you end up having a team better than you think, and it's like you're a year early. Like you're supposed to do this in a couple years, and you're doing it like a little bit sooner than people anticipated. Like what happens if the Lions win the division this year, and they end up winning like 11 games or something, or they win the division? Like would some people be surprised? Yeah, maybe some. But if you've been watching this team, you can kind of see they are on a kind of a good trajectory, but the division is still really competitive, that they would have to really outplay the other teams in the division on like defense and the O line and all the key positions. And I'm not sure if you're going to get that, but I mean, it could happen. So it's going to be exciting to see, the different tiers and what bad teams turn good and what good turn bad. And it'll be fun though. It's going to be competitive. All right, we're getting close to wrapping up the game. We're going to the bottom of the eighth. We're actually ahead. I can't believe it. Leading off for the Mariners, DHing for Seattle, 1 for 2 with an RBI based on ball and a K, Mike Ford. Yeah, well, only really interesting for the Niners and Seahawks, not really interesting for the Cardinals and Rams because they're ass. They're terrible. So Cardinals will probably be like a top 5 pick, and I don't think anyone anticipates the Rams really doing anything. So just take care of business. Don't fucking lose against the Rams and the Cardinals. As much as you can. Try to steal one from the Niners and split, and see where the rest of the games lead you, and win games at home, and try to steal some of those ones on the road. And the better of a road team that you are, the better to 12 wins you're going to get. If you're not as good on the road, then you're going to get closer to 10. But it's going to be fun to see how it all plays out. And even if they get the wild card, that doesn't mean that they can't make an NFC championship game at a 10 or 11 win team. NFC is going to be very weak next year. You got Niners, right? Seahawks, Saints, Eagles, and then we'll see what happens in the North with the Lions and a few other teams. And then if the Cowboys or Giants or one of those others kind of step up as well, because you're only going to get one team from the South and the Saints. The other three are garbage. So, yeah, but if you look at all the other teams and how good they were last year, and Tampa now not being a contender, and Aaron Rodgers no longer in Green Bay, like there's been kind of a shift. You know, like the only addition on the NFC side that got better is the Saints with adding Carr. And bringing that over there, and now they can take over the division for a couple years. So that may be true. It's not fully there yet, but you're still going to be one of the top, 4 or 5 teams with the Niners and the Eagles and the Saints and possibly Cowboys or Lions or one of those others. So walk for Mike Ford, baby. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Cal Ripken. Next up, 0 for 1, Jose Caballero. Touchdown, Mariners. Yeah. Plus, you don't really, know about injuries. Injuries can change everything. Yeah, that's why it takes time to build a championship contender. It doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes you just got to address each position over a couple of years, and hopefully you have enough guys after drafting that position for 2 or 3 years. If you got like 6 guys on the D line or O line, you got to hope that 4 out of those 6 pan out. If it's less than that, then you're screwed. So, oh, oh, wow. Oh, they put Dylan Moore in, and he actually did something. Dusk in the building. What's good? 6-3. Mariners, runners on the corners, baby. I know. I was like, what was that? That was crazy. Nice job. Let's go. Let's go, JP. Bottom of the eighth, runner on the corners. First and third, no out. 6-3 Mariners. About to be 7-3. Let's go. 7-3 Mariners. Let's go, baby. How are you, Dusk? What's good? Yeah, and again, they'll get better. You already got a couple cornerstones on there. You got Abraham Lucas. You got Charles Cross. You can't. Not many teams have. Yeah, JP. Not many teams have 3 good linemen or 4 good linemen. I mean, you're lucky if you got 2, but if you can start getting it closer to 4, one guy that's average and 4 that are really working good together, then that's when you know the line is really special. Or if you can get 3 that are like Pro Bowl or All Pro, like the Cowboys had when Zeke first came into his career, and then you saw what a big difference that made in Ezekiel Elliott's game, because he's traditionally got worse and worse after every year that he didn't have 3 top guys blocking for him. Then it went down to 2 guys and then like 1 guy, and there was a big difference in his game. So it was more really the line rather than Zeke. All right, 7-3 Mariners with runners on the corners. So what do we got? A strikeout for Julio, pop up for Julio. What do we got here? Come on, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. Seven three Mariners. Bottom of the eighth. Runners on the corners. Let's go, Julio. Pitch is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. I know. And his card value has been spiking. And I mean, anytime you can hit for the cycle, or you do amazing things, when we watch you in single A, double A, triple A, and there's a little bit of hype, and then you come in and you have that kind of spark, help the team go on a big, big run that they haven't done in many, many years. Very cool. I'm always looking to watch the new phenoms of the sport. He's exciting to watch. Ella De La Cruz. Yeah. Julio. Yeah, baby. 8-3 Mariners. That's my guy. That's my guy. 8-3 Mariners. That's my guy. Let's go. Ballin'. Nice job, Julio. Clack, clack, clack. That's what I'm talking about. No, I think he'll be just where, especially realizing how shitty the NFC is overall. If you are one of the top 5 teams, Saints, Eagles, Niners, Seahawks, and then, maybe Cowboys or Lions, if you're one of those teams, you're feeling really, really good because there's so many shitty teams in the NFC. You're going to get a lot of easy wins as long as you focus. It's really just going to come down to if you can stay injury free and you don't lose focus from last year. But I think if anything, he could be just as good as he was last year. Could be a slight regression, but only a little, or it could be more because now you got Najigba, there too. So things could actually be even more open because you have more options and you got another elite receiver and option. So if someone goes down with like an ankle sprain, DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett for 2 weeks, who cares? You got him and Najigba right there. You're not going to lose a step. It's not going to feel like, oh God, we only got 1 receiver. Now it's like you have 3, you'll go down to 2, you're good. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, realistically, finishing second in the wild card with about 10 wins, seems about appropriate. But, if something happens, injuries, and let's say Seahawks overachieve, everything goes good, and they get 12, and Seahawks get 12, and Niners get 11, would anyone be really that shocked? I don't think so. So it's just a matter of got to put the pieces together and kind of just see how you stack up against all the other shitty teams in the NFC. So let's go, baby. Starting pitchers in the AL season. Whip first, opposing batting average first. Mariner pitchers first in 4 categories. But we get hitting nothing, 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 nothing. Popped up, one away. Yeah, shit. Every fucking fan that watches baseball, it's like, oh, everything's so good. But again, everyone knows with baseball, as soon as the starters go out, the game starts over. So you can look at what the Rays pitcher did. He had a phenomenal night, right? Voss now 11 Ks, but 8-3. So and just because you do really well, what's happening after you? And then of course you can be very very good up to that point, but sometimes you're going to lose that game in those last 3 innings. Sometimes you'll hang on, sometimes you won't. 25 doll hairs. Let's get to a hundo. 75 to go. 8-3 Mariners. Come on, T. Oscar. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Let's go, tail. Oh, 2 pitch. Got him. Come on, tail. Reach, 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 reach. You reach, he teaches. Come on. He's looking back like, what the hell? Yeah. Everyone reaches way too much on the roster. Next up, 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. That's disgusting. Big dumper, catcher, Cal Raleigh. Come on, Cal. Come on. 4 strikeouts for Cal. Who are you? Chopper towards first. 1-1 count. Sometimes guys are on fire. They're feeling it. They'll go 3 for 3, 3 for 4, 4 for 5. And then other times you're just gonna end up being 0 for 5. That's just what you are today. That's what it feels like with Cal. Unfortunately, the Uncle Momentum is no longer with Cal Raleigh. He is not in the building. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2 count. It's nice that we actually got some runs today against one of the best teams in baseball, top 3. Rangers, Rays, Braves. Not necessarily in that order. That's just what it is. Cal popped up. Lowe's got it. Bang. All right, let's go to the top of the 9th. 8-3 Mariners. All right, baby. Top of the 9th, leading off for Tampa. 0 for 3 with a K. Left fielder Randy Arena. Batting second this inning in the 9th. 0 for 3, DHing for Tampa, Harold Ramirez. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. Right fielder Josh Lowe. Well, we should be able to hang on. This would be a very embarrassing fall apart game if we actually lost this thing ahead by 5 runs. But I think we can get it done. We should be able to get it done. I'm going to pick up on Paisley here real quick, and we're getting close to wrapping up the game. And then any other photos and whatnot you want for me to get for you, Megan, I got you. And then, like I said, we'll see how much longer the game goes. We're at the 2-hour and 35-minute mark. So we may go to like that 3-hour mark, and it just depends on who's in the room and where we decide to go. If we do, wrestlers or food or anything like that, or I just might end it at the end of the game. Since I've already had money in the bank, and I want to make sure I spend some time with Paisley, and this is my second stream today, so I want to be a good dad. So good chance that we'll go a couple minutes after the game's over, or we'll see where the time is, and then I'll be back tomorrow for the Mariner game at 1. And then NASCAR has that road race on the Chicago streets, which is awesome. First time ever. So that's on at 2:30 Pacific time. So I'll watch that as well. But the primary will be the Mariner game. And the last sporting event of the night is a baseball game at like 4. So that's pretty much why we're going to be streaming a little early because there's no late game to do. Unless I want to do a random baseball game at 4 o'clock with teams that I really don't care about. So after last night, yeah, but also too, we didn't go through our 7 pitchers and we didn't have a goddamn Mike Ford throwing pitches at the end of the game. So that was one of the worst performances I've seen for Mariners. And again, the Mariners fans called them out. They booed them. They continue to boo, and that's the first time all season I saw that. And that's something that needs to, be remembered. And I imagine they had a big meeting about it, and they came out with some better energy today. And I felt good. I could have put Julio on the thumb. I mean, that's always my go-to. I can always do that, but I'm going to make sure I showcase Bryce Miller, George Kirby, Castillo, Wu. I'm still going to throw Julio on the thumb, but sometimes when you believe in a guy, you put him on the thumb. And that's why I got George on there, just like Bryce Miller. Every time Bryce and George start, they're on the thumb. It's them. So, and it's been good. Money in the Bank was good today. Now we got this Mariner win, possibly. Wow, look at your OPS. That's fire. Jordan Walker got a higher OPS than Tucker, Alonso, Devers, Arenado, Guerrero, Vlad Jr., and Julio. Well, of course, Julio. Everyone's ahead of Julio. That guy fucking swings at more than anything. It's like first 2 pitches, doesn't even matter where it is, 5 feet off the plate swing. I don't think I've ever seen a all-star player that's been in an 0-2 count more than Julio this year. And some guys can get hits off 0-2 counts. It doesn't phase them. But especially if you're a second-year player. Oh, there goes the bat. Wow, 1 out. The bat goes flying, but we caught it. Take that. 1 away. Next up, DH Harold Ramirez. A 1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Nice job, Seawald. Got him. There we go. There we go. I like that. I like that. Next up for the Rays, right fielder Josh Lowe. Oh, strike 1, baby. Let's go. Peter said, I'm turning my $10 into $4.50. Nice win. Chop foul, 0-2 count. Let's go, Seawald. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. Let's go. You already know what it is. Let's get it. You gotta wait 1 more pitch. I already know. 8-3 final. Let's go, baby. Mariners, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I got to see it, though. Seawald to low, 0-2 pitch. Got him! Struck out looking. Let's go. Nice job. Way to go, Ems. And when we win the game, what do we do? Mariners win, Mariners win, Mariners win. Dance, baby, dance, baby, dance. Let's go. You know it. All facets to the game, baby. Well, fucking A, that was surprising. And then obviously, I felt that if we won one of those first two games, that we'd have a really good shot tomorrow. Blow out the first game, blow out the second game. Great performance from the Mariners. And like I said, if I didn't think we actually had a shot to win, I wouldn't have definitely done this game. Kirby's there. I got to represent, for George, and put him on the thumb, and it came through. So, well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. I figured this is probably a good time to cut it loose. If I didn't do Money in the Bank, obviously I would, go for probably another hour or hour and a half. So let's go, M's. It fucking felt good. Nice win. I appreciate everyone that donated, commented, shared. You guys are the best. And then again, I'll be live tomorrow around 1 o'clock Pacific time. I'll do the other Mariner game tomorrow. And then obviously NASCAR will be around 2:30. So while I'm doing the Mariner game, that will start probably about halfway through. And I'll just watch that on the computer as well. And we'll all hang out and have a great time and kind of nightcap our Sunday. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. I got time to hang out with my Paisley pup. Thank you guys. Final score for the Mariners, 8-3. Let's go. Fantastic. I love it. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.